Hey guys, Harris here. Welcome back. I know it's been about a week since I've been on. I haven't been feeling good, been tied up with work, started that new job, and things like that. Anyway, I did finish up the Downey Games final score football tournament, playing within their divisions. Now, what I'm doing, is I'm in the process of creating a 48 team NCAA championship tournament, sort of like they do with March Madness. More on that in a minute. I'll show you what I've got so far. I've got the 48 teams selected that I'm going to use. I'm in the process of seeding them right now. I do have the first 16 seeds done, and anybody that won their conference tournament is in that first 16. Um, of course, with only 10 conferences and then the independents, that gave me 11 tournaments, so that left five open, which, at least one of them had to come from the SEC and any other upsets that we had. Just real quick, I'll give you the finals of each of the conferences. The Atlantic Coast Conference, Pittsburgh beat Wake Forest 23-19. The American Athletic Conference, Cincinnati beat Houston 29-18. The Big 12 went to Oklahoma State over Oklahoma 37-12. Oklahoma upset Baylor 37-33 in the semifinal. In the Big Ten, Michigan lost to Ohio State 47-36. So Michigan will get one of those 16 seeds buys in that first round, but Ohio State's going to be seeded higher. Uh, Conference USA, Western Kentucky, the number 2 seed, beat Marshall, who was the number 4 seed in the championship game, 48-29. Independents, and there are only 7 independents right now currently in NCAA Division One football. Notre Dame, Liberty, New Mexico State, Army, UMass, BYU, and Connecticut. Notre Dame 36-14 over BYU. Mid American. uh, Northern Illinois, the number 1, beat Central Michigan, number 2, 26-22. The Mountain West, quite an upset in this bracket here. Number 1, San Diego State won their first game over the number 9 Wyoming by a 17-16 score. Then they lost to Nevada, who was the number 5 seed in the semifinal, 27-19. Well, Nevada went on to play the number 3 seed Air Force, who beat Boise in their first game of 28-20. Then they upset Utah State 17-13. So Air Force comes in as the number 3. Nevada comes in as number 5. Air Force wins that game 38-9. Pac-12, number 1 Utah beats number 2 Oregon 40-28. Sun Belt, Louisiana Lafayette, number 1, beats Coastal Carolina, the number 3, 38-29. And in the Southeastern Conference, number 1 Georgia plays number 2 Alabama in the championship game, which there was no way those two teams weren't going to get there. Georgia beat South Carolina in their first game 41-0. Georgia then beat Kentucky 29-20. That game was close after 3 quarters. I believe it was, matter of fact, it was 20-20 after 3. Kentucky rolled a 12 or a 13, so they got 0 points in the fourth. Alabama beat Tennessee 43-30 in their first game. Then they beat Texas A&M 21-9. Final game, Georgia and Alabama, was 44-17 Georgia. All right, so what I've done is selected 48 teams that I'm going to use for the championship tournament. All right. The top 16 seeds will be. Let me try to share this here if I can. Give me a minute. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm going to try to bring this up. Hopefully it works. Wait a minute. That's all I need of it. Okay. Share a screen, a window. Let's see if this works. Okay. So what we have here, I've got Georgia as the number 1 seed, Ohio State number 2, number 3 will be Notre Dame, number 4 will be Cincinnati. The 5 will be Alabama. Michigan will be the 6. Oklahoma 7. Oh, I missed the 8. The 8 will be. Oh, Pitt. I forgot to put Pittsburgh in there. Give me 1 second. Put them in there live. All right, Pittsburgh will be the number 8. Utah will be 9. Northern Illinois will be 10. The 11 is going to be Louisiana Lafayette. 12 UTSA. 13 Wake Forest. 14 San Diego State. Western Kentucky 15 and Air Force 16. All right, the rest of the teams that'll be in this tournament. And there's no particular order. Actually, just order by conference. From the American Athletic Conference, Houston and UCF would be in. From the ACC, we're also going to add Clemson and NC State. The Big Ten is going to add Michigan State, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Purdue. Purdue. The Big 12, Baylor and Oklahoma. Conference USA is going to add UAB. Of the independents, BYU, Army, and Liberty will be in. The Mid-American, we're going to add Central Michigan and Western Michigan. Western Michigan was a little bit of a wild card. They were a 6th seed in their bracket. Other than the Big Ten, let me take it back. Other than the Big Ten and the SEC, nobody had a lower seed selected. But in the Mid-American, I took the 1 Northern Illinois who won their tournament, and then the 2 and the 6. I skipped the 3, 4, and 5 only because Western Michigan had a better overall record as opposed to their conference record than the rest of the teams in that league. Mountain West, Utah State, Fresno State, and Nevada. The Pac-12, Oregon, UCLA, and Arizona State. The SEC, which has more teams than anybody else, and rightfully so. So we already have Georgia and Alabama. Joining them will be Ole Miss, Kentucky, Arkansas, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. And to round it out, the last 3 teams in, Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, and Georgia State from the Sun Belt. Georgia State was only selected because they became one of my hero teams after what they did to Auburn during the regular season of the this past college football season. So that's what I have right now. My plan is as you see, I only have the top 16s. Those teams will all have a bye. The rest of those teams, have to play their way into that next round. If you look at it, the SEC has 8 teams. There'll be 2 in each section, one in the top half, one in the bottom half. So basically, like where I have Georgia number one, the other SEC team will have to take a 24, 25, 40, or 41 seed because I don't want them to have to play them until the final of that conference. And the same thing's going to happen like with the ACC. Nobody will be in the same conference. There I have 5 teams, I believe. 1 minute. Got Wake, Clemson, NC State, and Pitt. Okay, so each one of those would be in a separate bracket. I'm not going east, west, north, south like that. I just want A, B, C, and D. Uh, Big 12, same thing. Nobody will be in the same bracket until they can play each other, possibly in like a Final Four situation. So that's the way we're going to do that. After this weekend, I've got a couple suggestions for videos that guys have sent me. I am going to try to put together my selections for the NFL awards, Coach of the Year, League MVP, conference, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, and so on. So we're going to look to see exactly what the NFL awards, and I'll make my suggestions, my selections on them. I'll put that out there for you. Somebody's also asked me about a fantasy Royal Rumble. Who would be my top 30 men, top 30 women if I was going to do a fantasy Royal Rumble. I've started working on that a little bit. It's going to take some time to come up with the top 30 men, top 30 women. So once I get that done, I'll put that out there for them. I mean, I've had a lot of good suggestions here and there, and some of them I'll take, some of them, we'll see if we can get to. But it's all about, what you guys want. And, I am waiting for History Maker Hoops to come out. Keith just previewed that tonight on his channel, on the play.com games channel. Pre-sale starts Friday at the latest, possibly Thursday, and that's only going to run through the weekend. Thursday night, he's going to preview the full play. Tonight, he previewed the quick play game. Looking forward to getting that. I'll probably do a replay there. May even be able to broadcast that a little bit if I could figure out how to get this other camera working. I can't basically play it on here right now because I don't have the means to show you the desktop or anything like that. Now, if it was strictly on the computer, I could do it, but I don't have the means at this point to go table side or with the aerial view like a lot of other guys do. So, but you give me time, I'll get it together, and hopefully we'll expand this. For now, that's going to be it. Hopefully, I can get back on here Wednesday, maybe Thursday at the latest. You know what? Let's plan Thursday. Thursday, I'll plan to show the rest of the field, all the seedings for this tournament. I'm probably not going to start it until after the weekend anyway. Possibly, maybe not until later next week. I do have a few work shifts coming up with a new part-time job I started, as well as my regular job, as long as I can stay healthy. But that's it for now. Any suggestions, feel free to leave them below. Those of you just stopping by, don't be afraid to like, subscribe, hit that notification. I'd like to try to schedule a couple guys come on live later on down the road. If you want to come on, BS for a while, talk sports, wrestling, you name it, we can do it. Games, board games, anything. I can bring people in here. I think I can have up to 6 people. Because right now with StreamYard, which I'm using, I only have the free version. Maybe down the road I may upgrade it and be able to do other things. But at this point, this is the way I'm going to go for now until things grow. But it's going to be it. All right. Uh, Watching the Rams beat Arizona. This game's going to be over by halftime. I guarantee it. All right, guys. That's it for me. Everybody have a good night.